like this is actually only a matter of knowing 5 pentatonic scale shapes. So in this video I'm going to teach you those 5 shapes, and then at the end of the video I've got a great exercise to help you memorize them properly. So we're going to use the G minor pentatonic scale in this lesson, and the notes in that scale are G, B flat, C, D, F and G. And the way that I'm going to get each of these different positions is by using that same collection of notes, but just building a position off each one of the notes in that cycle. So let's start with shape number 1, which is our kind of classic minor pentatonic shape. This one will start on G, which is 3rd fret of the E string. You want to play that with your index finger. So play that there, and then use your pinky finger, your little finger, to play the B flat, 6th fret, excuse me, and then C, 3rd fret of the D string, pinky finger again, playing D on 5th fret of the A string, and then F, 3rd fret of the D string, and G, finally, 5th fret of the D string too. Position number 2, this is our classic major pentatonic shape. In this case it starts from B flat, next note up in the cycle. We've gone from G, now we're up to B flat. So we want to play B flat with our 2nd finger on the 6th fret of the E string, and then C, again pinky finger, 8th fret of the E string, then we get D, 5th fret of the A string, then F, 8th fret of the A string, G on the 5th fret of the D string, and then we finish on B flat, 8th fret of the D string. So I just want to pause here quickly and show you the free website where I'm getting these scale diagrams from. It's a great practice tool, it's very informative, and it's also free. So I'll link this at the end of the video so you can check it out, but this is guitarscientist.com/generator. Completely free. It gives you a blank fretboard, then you can adjust the number of strings, so make it 4 for a bass. You can change the tuning of each of these strings with the sliders here. Then you can just click on the frets that you want to input the note. This would be a great free way to supplement your physical on bass practice, just by writing these scales out maybe once a week or once a day, whatever's good for you. And it will help you visualize these scales on the neck. However, speaking of that, let's get back to the lesson and look at the next shape. Shape number 3 is actually a really comfortable one under the hand. So that starts from C, and we start 8th fret on our E string with the C. You can play that with your index finger, and then depending on what you feel is more comfortable, either your ring finger or your pinky finger can play the D, 10th fret of the E string, then you just go up to F, which is the 8th fret of the A string, G, 10th fret of the A string, and then we get B flat, 8th fret of the D string, and finish again on C, 10th fret of the D string. So we get this nice symmetry to the shape. Shape number 4 is a little bit more complicated. This one starts on D, so we're going to go from D, which is our 10th fret on the E string, up to F, which is our 13th on the E string, and then we get G on our 10th fret of the A string, then we get B flat, which I'm playing with the little pinky finger here, 13th fret of the A string, then we get C, 10th fret of the D string, and then we finish on D, 12th fret of the D string. So fingers wise there, I'm using index, pinky, index, pinky, index, middle. It's an awkward shape, but doing the whole thing this way just keeps the shape under the hand nicely. So before I show you the 5th shape, I want to almost preempt a comment that I'll get from a lot of people, I'm sure, which will be something like, oh well, this is just pentatonic shapes, what about the major scale, minor scale, all that sort of thing. I've actually already done a video on the 7-position system of the major scale, which you can check out by clicking the card up here. I'll link it at the end of the video as well, so you can watch this one and then head over there. Now let's get back and look at the 5th shape. Now shape number 5 starts on F. It's probably the hardest one I find to fit under the hand. So this one is going to start on our middle finger by playing F on the 13th fret. Then we want to use our pinky finger to play G on the 15th fret of the E string. Then we want to go for our middle finger again, B flat, 13th fret of the A string. Then we get C, 15th fret of the A string. But then the awkward part comes here when we reach back with our index finger to play D on the 12th fret of the D string, followed by a high F on the 15th fret of the D string. So we don't really have the symmetry in that shape. It's a little bit awkward, but it's a great thing to practice. So as promised, I want to give you a quick exercise you can use to stitch all of these shapes together and really get to know them all over the neck. What you've probably noticed is that there's some overlap between some of these shapes. So for example, in the first shape, this one here, you'll notice that the B flat, the D, and that top G, as well as being part of our first shape, are also part of our second shape. So that can be a cool way to help visualize them, but an exercise that will force you to visualize them in that way is to go up one shape and then go up to the next shape, but actually descend down through it. So you see there, up shape 1, down through shape 2, up through shape 3, down through shape 4, up through shape 5, and then when I get up to here, because I've gone all the way around my cycle of starting a shape from G, B flat, C, D, F, and I'm back to G, I just go back down through shape 1, but an octave higher. If you're interested in the scale diagram generator that I used on Guitar Scientist, I've left a link to that down below in the description. If you want to expand this concept and look at how you can apply it to learning the 7 positions of the major scale, check out the video up here. If you've enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and leaving your comments and thumbs up down below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you real soon on another video. Take care.